Looks like someone's been practicing.
My name is... Hi, my name is... Hi, my name is... Hi, my name is...
Nobel Prize winners. It doesn't say what the prize was for.
Mr. Johnson, I don't want this.
Just hang in there for 5 minutes. Oh, Jerry, you can't fire me for that.
Remember before when I was talking about smelly garbage standing around being useless? That was a metaphor. I was actually talking about
Hello. Yes, so the flight path seems to be a bit western here, on the west side of the map. It's very similar to what we saw in the first match of the day, and we see one team approaching Sosnovka here. Two teams in very close proximity near Ferry Pier. Maybe they're gonna contest each other, like we saw earlier yesterday. One team approaching Kori, one team is alone in Primorsk. We see two teams again for Pochinki here, the same two teams. Let's see who's gonna control the turf this time. They have almost the same layout happening again. I think this time they have decided to run away, or they're gonna secure their vehicles there. They're gonna secure the vehicles, loot and hold the ground, wait for team 2 to push, set up a good defense. And let's see what's happening in Watertown this time. So we have Bikirix and Deathral on the northern side, Veds and Amit. Who's Amit? Amit is dead. Vicky is down. Bihar takes the knock. Deathral rushes for the revive here. No one is rushing each other right now. They're all holding their own buildings. Wade's in a bit of a tight situation here. Roxavolt has eyes on it. Redbit is coming in to help Roxavolt. Taking shots on Deathral gives him a heavy damage. Out that nade from Redbit. Not there, leaves only one guy standing on his feet, Deathral, who's going for the revive here. Bit hard. Bihar is gonna be trying to stop that revive from happening. He got a res here. He's still very far from him. Kirix will have time to heal. Clown we see on the right hand. Goes for the nade. Kirix gets knocked again. Bihar finishes this time. Deathral takes a knock on so well. Bihar's a very nice spray from Bihar that eliminates team 13. That makes team 8 the lone survivor, team 9 the lone survivor of Watertown. It's there for them, and they can control it. Let's see what's happening in Pochinki. We see a massacre happening there. Teddy takes a knock on Babakchot, finishes him. He didn't get a good trade here. Wolfie guy also is finished now. That leaves Konbao and Zakrim alone. What strategies do they have? He's pushing him. It's a knock on Zakrim. Konbao knocks down middle pressure and finishes him. Falls back. Throws a distraction smoke. Camps inside the grandma house. Let's see if team 2 will be able to figure out where the Konbao is. They have a slight suspicion that he might have gone to that building. But let's see if they will be able to confirm. They'll be able to live and confirm it at the same time. Itg boss clearing all the shacks and houses. Konbao sitting here, going inside. And finishes Konbao here. So we see this time that the northern part of this zone is empty. It's for everyone to take, everyone to contest, and we see very pure fights happening. A lot of people getting involved in initial fights today. We already saw 2 hot drops, and that eliminates 2 teams from the match. Very early on. The team from Primorsk is making a safe rotation here. They're probably gonna take the route from Georgia Paul, but let's see if they choose Georgia Paul or they choose the cubes rotation, which will happen from somewhere here. Because a Georgia Paul rotation might result in a massacre, in a shootout, and that will force Team 15 to lose some players. Let's see what decisions they take today. Well, as we speak, TP Reigns and his team, they are full form and strong here, and they're going for a nice sweet spot. They're going towards Stalber here. The whole area is empty till the site can see, and if they actually take a good spot here, they can control 2 or 3 phases, which will fall upon them. Alright, so Botroy and his team number 15, has decided to take the Georgia Paul bridge. Okay, so one team from South Georgia Paul has already decided to take a move, and they have left this area in peace. Now it's up to Team 5 whether to stop rotations coming from Team 15 here. I think they heard him. Probably they're gonna continue on the way. Yes, they're doing a very long rotation here from full south to full north. That's gonna give them an easy passage inside the circle though, and they can either take a nice spot near 70 or along the road on the north side of Stalber. And the Pochinki team leaves. Epiconian, the last man standing, is it? Yep, the last man standing is in Pochinki right now. Checking every corners, being very careful if any team blocking here. And collecting all the remains here. So we see Team 2, they still have 2 people here. I think they heard Epiconian, or they saw him doing some activity here. They're still looting, God knows. But seems a bit fishy. They think it's a bit fishy, and they are trying to stop any rotation. They heard the car. This will definitely give away Epiconian's position. They have one guy in the field who can actually be a very nice. No, he's also making a rotation. He didn't decide. He decided not to take shots here. She sees some shots happening on the shots. Is gonna do any damage to him, and Saber takes down Chef. Alright, we see, boys, the zone has spared the northeastern part of the zone and has moved towards the clustered part of the map. We have the zone divided into 2 by the river, the Roshawk River. And now in these kind of situations, we see whether the zone shifting northern side will force the teams on the southern side of the river to move north, and that results in a lot of free kills for the teams who are camping the river, because you only have like 3 entry points if you want to take the road. Actually 4 if you count the Yasnaya one as well, if no one is camping, and it still remains inside the zone. So yeah, that's a tight situation there. Let's see what's happening here. All Reliable takes a knock on Poxidane and finishes him. They're going for the revive on Shixel. Team 3, the remaining 3 people, force the compound, pushes the compound here. Okay, so that nade didn't do any damage here, but that gave them an early warning that yes, Team 3 won't let their player's death go in vain. They will come and they will fight you. We see All Reliable taking a good angle on him. Aristotle barely on any health here. Team 5 trapped inside the house. Old Reliable goes outside. And we see Walnut taking shots on him. Old Reliable is now. Walnut will try to finish him. Pixel will give some covering shots here. Team 3, come on guys, you need to push. You need to push deep. Aristotle gets knocked. Unweave. And we see teammate Rack TV is also pushing on him. That nade was a bit of an overextend here. We see T1 approaching the compound. Finds some kills here. Quick spray and unfortunately couldn't complete the transfer properly and gets knocked in the process here. 6 cup. Will go and kill him. Bloody massacre happening here. Gloomy Sunday and Gloomy Sunday is the last correct inning. SA shots will get a res here. So very nice trade from SA shots. And that ends the day for Team 5. SA shots, you played really well, but you got outnumbered, you bro. Well, that's very funny. Ecolotic is still alive, and he bled out. TB Reigns, and that leaves Walnut Man blown behind the rock. Crab. That was supposed to be a good push here, but unfortunately that didn't work out for Team 6. And Theodonisel gives a nice spray from SKS and takes down the last member, Fallen Mind. So guys, we have phase 6 approaching here with 7 teams with us and 15 people live and 21 minutes into the match. Let's see, TP Reigns is still outside, but he can do some good damage to team 15 because at least I expect him to take one guy down, and he's taking shots from Sips. I don't think so. That's gonna be oh, he lost visual on him apparently. Team 15 is taking shots from 2 teams here. TP Reigns. Addy finishes TP Reigns and saves Team 15 from backstab. And we see DS Spyro and Saber closing in on Salman Patel and Mansab. Saber approaching in a very aggressive stance, takes shots and slows down. I mean, dear Spyro, that might be a very foolish move here because Sips can finish you anytime he wants. Mansab deals some damage. Dear Spyro barely on any health. Will Beast be able to make this trade? Spyro heals up and finishes Beast official as well. Sips jumps in, Team 11 jumps in and finishes, takes a knock on Eddie. Potroy will revive Beast and Salman will get a rise here. Dear Spyro, and that marks the end. Nice push from Team 10, but unfortunately things didn't go in their favor. Epigonia, the last guy alive, is finished by DK Boss. Arika is still very far to make this trade here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that leaves 3 teams with us after a very intense fight session we saw happening while formation of phase 6. Now guys, we have approached phase 7 here. Water taking some shots, took some shots instead from Sips, gets a knock, and he's very far from his team, unapproachable for a res. But still, I guess this team is 3-man standing. That should not be a problem for them. Sips taking some nice spray. Mansab approaching for the res here. Will this result in 2 casualties here? And Beast official takes a very nice trade. Relieves Mansab of the incoming shots from Sips here. Now that leaves only 2 teams. 4v1. RDK Boss, the last guy remaining from his team. They have them surrounded. It won't be long enough till RDK Boss will need to leave the building, or else they can push inside and finish him. But they are unaware of his position, so yeah, he might live a little bit longer. Beast in a very interesting position here. Oh, he has approached this building. And he's trying to climb the roof. Itg Boss heard that. He knows he has been pinned down by his enemies here. Salman taking some random shots. Itg Boss very stealthy, avoiding to give away any kind of noise here. He won't take this shot unless Roy fires on him. I think Roy has spotted him, given the call that Beast taking a very nice trade. That was a very nice flush from Beast here. And GG Team 15 with 13 kills. That gives them 23 points in the second match. A very big win for them in terms of points as well. Alright guys, let's wait for the next lobby to begin. Until then, let's tune into some good music.
I don't want to scare you, but I'm an adventure sphere.
Say hi to Triple.
So guys, welcome back for the third match of the day, which is Sandhawk. Let's look at the map here and look at the flight path and see how it's going. I think the flight path is very neutral here. I think every team should be able to reach their destination. I think it's not a big problem in Sandhawk because it's a much smaller map than its counterparts. Let's see what have the team decided and where are they going to go. So Camp Alpha, we see there's one team going there. Two teams approaching for Tatmok and Kav area. One team going for boot camp here. Two teams approaching Painan. And one team approaching Hatin. I mean, Team 11 is a nice split here. They're taking the compounds west of boot camp, right across the river. This gives them a nice advantage when they need to third party the boot camp. Okay, so we have only one team for Painan, no contestant. Poor guy Piconian trapped between Team 10 and Team 13 here. The only guy remaining, hope he finds a gun for himself. And yes, he did. Apparently, an M4 and a QBU. I should just spot Wades looting the compound, the shack. I think Wades is not aware of his position. Alright, let's see what's happening on the other parts of the map. Everyone has their own area to loot here. Wades, sorry, Deathril. Fuck, where I am. T-Rex, Spyro here. Saves Deathril. And Team 10 just lost one player. There were already 3 people. Oh, there were 4 people this time. My Ak approaching on foot and Saber and a D on a scooter or on a Tukshay, Yep, that's correct. What happened to my camera here? Why is it tilted? That's a nice spray from Wikirex, knocking down a D. And Vicky, be really careful here. That's Saber is knocked. Vicky on very low health. Mayak will finish him. The 2 guys knock. Mayak falls back. Deathril holds the angle. Is now running. Takes a spray on Mayak. Mayak manages to knock Deathril and save 2 of his teammates. Well finished on Deathril. And we'll go for the res now. It's a very nice play from Mayak. Unfortunately, Deathril and Wikirex could not continue with us anymore. It's a very nice 1v4 from nothing M2G. That's a very good job. Scores 4 points for his team alone. And we see here Wades and Amit Kolzera trying the third party Team 11 who just got over a fight, and Team 5 is pushing them from the eastern side. And there's no point picking him up there. So guys, this is phase 4 and 15 minutes into the match we have 6 teams with us and 22 people alive. Let's see what's gonna happen here. We see there's this shift has been eastern this time in the zone, and we see 1, 2, 4 teams outside the zone and 2 teams on the inside. We see a fight happening between Foggy Est. Morsagi takes advantage. Oh, that's a nice reaction from Redbit. Nice knock. Foggy East goes for the res. And Popeye stops that push from behind. That leaves Redbit in a very bad situation here, and the rest of his teammates are very far from them. And we see here Wade's Gaming, and like a lot of teams are pushing here together. Wade can get his trade, was not able to connect it. Sips, Brojack's finishing on Amit, and Sips finishing on Wade's here. Can he do it again? Nothing M2G. He showed us last time that he can do a 1v4. This time it's a 1v2. That's... nice knock on Buddies. And that marks the end for the journey of Team 11 here on 5th spot. Guys, we have 4 teams now live, 14 people, 1 team outside the zone here. It still needs to make a move in. Roosevelt goes to gatekeep Team 14 here, who like earlier eliminated one of their teammates, actually 2 of their teammates. We still have 4 points on them, but let's see, will he be able to gatekeep the team properly or not? And we see Basagi is down, so that leaves 3 people on Team 14. Popeye, Pug East and Bolela. Basagi goes to the zone. That molly, will it do some damage? That's a nice molly if he was behind the rock, but that's not the situation. Will take some damage. Popeye is on the flank. That shows that Team 9 is very aware of. And we see Team 5 pushing on Team 9 here. It's a nice nade. Will it work? That's very far from Roosevelt. Very from giving any damage here. That made my damage. Oxabel gets knocked. All reliable. Now Clon, the last guy remaining, hiding inside the shack. Clon takes a knock on the shush skill. Fog East comes in to save the day. That's a nice knock. Fog East gets knocked. Clon, the only guy remaining. Voila HR deep inside enemy's territory here. Will he be able to finish the kill? And we see SC shots who spot Voila here. And Rivoli comes and jumps in the action. Team 4 and takes shots from Team 5. Third party gets third party. Popeye knock. Fog East. 2 guys remaining. Voila HR finishes Clown. Crackers takes advantage of the situation and kills the only support which Team 14's Bolala had from top. Now guys, it's 3 teams with 7 people alive. 2 people from from Team 14. Now that leaves to 1, and we have 6 alive now. 1 guy on SE on Team 5 and 1 guy on Team 14 and full 4-man strong Team 4. Cracker's keeping an eye on the flanks here and on the edge of the zone, and his 3 rest of the teammates are taking control of the map, the hill. That's a very neutral zone. Almost everyone will make it inside and will remain inside alive. SC shots might get flanked here at any moment, as I see Zelda entry moving left of him. It might get a vision on SC shots very soon. SC shots making a move to his left. Decides to go prone in the middle of the ground though. Will they be able to spot him? He takes the finishing kill, and that leaves only 1 guy remaining in the shacks, which Team 4 team members are already aware. And that's the winning spray of the day. Team on Sanhok, Team 4 with 8 kills, giving them 14 points here. That was a very nice match, and let's move on to the 4th match of the day, which is going to be Miramar, guys. Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. This is your host SK9 and let's move on to the fourth match of the day, which is Miramar. Let's look at the flight path here. So we see the flight is taking its route from Porto Paraiso and goes towards El Pozo here. Well, we see the northern compounds like Laco Praria, Water Treatment, Cruz del Val, Al Azhar, a bit far to reach for the teams here. So let's see how it plays out for each team. So the teams have started to make a move here, and we see one team approaching towards Los Eagles. They're going towards Los Eagles, yeah. One team for Los Leones on the northern part, and one team for the southern part. We see three teams making an approach towards Minas, Junkyard, and Hasi, and four teams here actually. Picaro, as usual, we don't have a hot drop. One team going for this Jumasera split. Montenuvo, on the southern side of Montenuvo, we see one team approaching. We see three team approaching El Pozo here. Like we usually experience, they usually don't fight each other and simply loot and go away. But let's see if we experience something a little bit different today. People are in the mood to hot drop. We have a hot drop in Power Grid. Saber goes up his knock and is finished. That was a very nice try from DS Pyro, but unfortunately Team 10, the first team to leave us, was hot dropping Power Grid, and Team 3 has proven that this ground belongs to them, and if you try to contest them, they will fight for it. Well, in El Pozo, we don't see any fight happening till now. Everyone is looting and is going to move on their own path here. Astro Boy on the other hand is taking some shots from Caterpie. Team 12 has been experiencing hot drops from the first game here, so I mean they might avoid because they need some points this time. And the only two Miramar matches left today. There's gonna be the only chance they can have some points. Let's look what's happening on the rest of the map. So we see the phase 1 has taken a turn towards the southeastern side of the map, covering Impala, Porto, Los Leones, La Vendetta, and Graveyard and Junkyard. Anyways, the northern parts were far for the teams to reach, so that won't be a problem. We see majority of the teams sharing the circle. Team 13, 3, 6, and the teams in El Pozo are still outside. They need to make a move. Team 12 need to leave this ground. Team 15 also as well. Team 7 is kind of sandwiched between these two teams, so they need either the side to be clear to make a move. Delta Mix we see is looting somewhere else and separate from his team. He won't be there to help them, but he can make a rotation and or else he could give cover from the church. We see a fight happening between that leaves only Chef here. Poor chap wasn't there to help his team, but let's see, will he be able to take a revenge or will he go for the position points? The solo guy usually is expected to grind the position points because it's very hard to win a fight against 3 people every time. See, there's a fight happening in La Vendetta. Well, it's very remarkable for Team 9 because they somehow won the fight and still 3 people standing. Very lucky day for them. But unfortunate enough, the right time we see Team 6 trying to suppress Team 9 here. They're already low on health. They just got over a fight here. We see Chef, the last guy remaining, tries to push the team, tries to take fight against the 3 people, but unfortunately lost. Could have garnered some points for his team. But that's the end of the story here. Redbit charges on one of mine. Commitment takes a spray and finishes him. We see Team 2 is approaching from behind. It create a massacre here. We already have Team 9 and Team 6 fighting this area. Dante Aman makes a very swift move and decides to leave that spot as he hears the vehicle approaching the warehouse compound. Vicky Rex knocks down Salman Patel here. Oh, these guys are fighting here. Let's have a look at them. Wicked X finishes Bafrai. Finishes Salman as well. Maan Sahab approaching them. Maan Sahab and Beast Official very far. Maan Sahab need to make inside this zone and score some position and nice points for your team. Here we see Bulela HR finishing funds the Shiksul, the last guy remaining from team 5. So if you see the distribution of teams here, we have a lot of teams in the central area. You see here Brojax, team 11 taking fight with team 8. They got one man down for them. Nice spray on Leon, knocks him down. That nade won't do any damage. And there goes. Team 11 wins this fight and acquires this compound. I mean, it was a very tough fight for them as well. They got 2 knocks on them. It was all up to a very good coordination, which they showed. Team 9 also looked very good, but couldn't save this compound from defender castle here, and it has been annexed. So let's see what's happening on the other parts of the map here. Everyone is making their rotations, taking some nice compounds for them. Team 1 we see playing in a split. 2 people just east of La Vendetta Hill and 2 people on the COD building in the middle of nowhere. And we see team 13 making rotations here. They have Impala Clay for them. So there's no one on the eastern side of the circle except team 14 here, who's been holding this compound from phase 2. This compound is soon going to run out of zone, so they need to decide their next approachable location. See team 12 holding the road compounds. Didn't experience any hot drops and there are 4 people alive. Into phase 3. So guys and girls, we are approaching phase 4 now, and we have 12 teams with us with 40 people alive and 14 minutes into the match. So we see a bunch of teams clustering on the southern side. We see drill, like yes, there goes the saying, like what goes around comes around. And we see team 11 finding themselves in the same situation as the previous team. I mean, the owners of this compound are very unlucky. They always get pushed. We see a similar kind of push from team 4 this time, and team 11 is the one to defend. Let's see if they can continue to hold this castle, but we find them in a very unfortunate situation. We got 2 knocks on their team. Sips is the only guy remaining. Now we have Jrumambi as well, who is a bit further. and Itg is able to get a finish on Projax. And Team 2 also joining in on the action, sandwiching Team 11 in between. Team 4 has a nice hold of this situation here, as the Crackers guarding them from the hill and giving a maximum info, but soon he's going to run out of area and would have to head inside the zone to stop taking damage from the blue zone. This might create a window of opportunity for Team 11 to make an escape, because Team 7 has decided to fall back and not take advantage of this situation. So we see Man Sahab getting eliminated here. So guys, we have approached phase 5 here, and the zone will start closing in 35 seconds. I mean, it's a very nice zone with the whole of La Vendetta inside it. It's gonna be an interesting play. We see Team 13 rushing in on Team 1. We have only 2 players. It's a full 4-man squad. And Team 1, the remaining players come from behind Epiconian, pushing towards the compound. Epiconian takes a knock on Raids. We're facing shots from multiple directions. Musagi jumping in on the situation with some good mini shots here. They have 2 people knock. SK Knight from behind got a knock off from on Wikidex. It's a nice K9 knock there. I mean, one good nade can finish and wipe entire Team 13 here. And there goes Team 7 wiping out Team 4, pushing them and sending them back to the lobby. Let's see. Where's the only enemy? Big shot from behind. Knocks down 6 code. He needs to face Epiconian and Riz. And unfortunately was not able to win the fight. Riz gets finished by Musagi. Epiconian goes for the save on 6 code. Team 1 remains sole survivor of this fight and captures the compound back. SK Blozy joins them as his compound has been pushed out of the zone. Now let's take an aerial view of the situation here. So we have one team on the eastern side. One team, team number 1 holding this prime compound here. Team 7 still trying to inch in inside the zone, trying to find some good cover. I mean, it's going to be a hard time for Astro Boy because he has a lot of open ground space to cover, and that might provide opportunity for other teams to take shots on him. We have Teddy, who's the only guy remaining from Team 2, very close proximity of Team 7. Okay, so they have one more guy remaining. There are 3 people. Okay, Terry's team is 3 people. Wow fights with Team 11. Wipes out Team 11. Wow, they scored 2 points for them and a 6th position on this in the game. Let's see how longer and how many position points they can crawl up. Now Team 14, as I said, will run out of zone here. Teddy finishes Delta Mix and is on a clean killing spree here. The rest of the teammates trying to give cover from Team 12. Bolela HR has a nice space inside the zone. Pug East will run inside the zone. He will make it. That won't be an issue for him. We see Scrim being knocked. Mursagi with nice shooting. And Bolela. Teddy, on the other hand, is taking a lot of kills for the team. That's a very nice nade. And finishes Scrim's. Conewalk the only guy remaining. Let's see if Conewalk can pull out a nice game for his team like he did yesterday. But the time will only tell that. We see Team 14 getting one knock on them. And if you see a bird's eye view, Team 2 has a very nice spot in the map. On the higher grounds, they have views across the whole map. The site is very broad here. We see Team 1's Eskinite Bloisy sneaking in on them without catching any attention from Team 2. Team 2 will still remain inside the zone. It's going to be a very hard time for Team 14. We still have 4 teams left and 10 people. 22 minutes inside the match, ladies and gentlemen. Do hit that subscribe button. And do like the video and let us know in the comments how do you like the video, how do you like the matches, and if you would like to join us, there's a link in the description for our Discord channel. We are hosting scrims every day from 8 PM to 11:30 PM in the night. Conewalk taking some serious damage from Aesthetics here. Aesthetics making a left move. Let's see where's the sneak. Has reached Eskinite. Decided not to sneak in on them. I mean, he would have had ample time to sneak in because this area is still inside the zone, but Mursagi trying to Team 1 faces the danger again, a similar threat which they faced from Team 13 and were successful in eliminating it. Pug East will take this fight. Six knocks him down. That leaves Eskinite and Itg Boss decides to make a move. Team 2, Conewalk is eliminated. Bolela HR2 is still in the compound, finishes 6 code. One guy remaining for Team 1. Itg Boss already in the fight and is gonna find some kills for himself. Guys, do hit that subscribe button and click on the bell for getting a notifications whenever we are live. We are live 8:30 PM every day, but in case we skip a few minutes, you will know for sure that we are live and you won't miss our videos. Itg Esports in a very interesting spot here. Team 2 is taking control of the situation, has Team 14 and Team 1 surrounded with 7 people only alive in the match and phase 7 approaching now. I mean, Bolela HR can deal a lot of damage here and can save his team. but he is unaware of the push Team 2 is making onto their players. Yes, he has no vision on them. And there goes. Escanite with a nice knock. That leaves a 2v1 situation here. Aesthetic very far, Terry very close to him. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the last spray of this match by Aesthetics Team 2 with a victory and 15 kills under their belt. That gives them 25 points on this match. Guys, let's move on to the last match of the day, which is going to be Miramar. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the fifth match of the day. This is your host SK9 from ITG, and let's begin with the last match of the day, which is going to be Miramar. And as we have seen in the previous match, there were some hot drops, and let's hope this match is not going to be the same, and a lot of people will be alive for the last phases of the map to make the fights interesting. And we see the path here, it's taken a southeastern turn, and we see a lot of places like El Pozo where we saw three teams dropping each other are less accessible for the teams. We have one team for Los Higos, one team for Chumasera, and the Picado and the rest of the teams are going to their usual spots. It's much accessible for them. We see a lot of teams are bunching in Los Leones here. We have two teams contesting the northern part of Los Leones. This will RNG. Roy gets a gun, so does Leon. And Leon gets a knock and a finish on Roy here. That's the first kill of the match here, ladies and gentlemen. Salman Patel rushes on Rack TV, throws a molly. That molly must have given him some damage. Salman gets a knock. That leaves Nisel and Tipperine here. Sab unfortunately loses the fight to Nisel. Nisel finishes him down. That leaves two players on Salman's team and two players on Nisel's team. It's a fair 2v2 fight here. That has been a very unfortunate drop, and a lot of people leaving us very early. Let's see what is happening on the rest of the map. I don't see any hard drops happening here, but a lot of teams in Los Leones are in close proximity. And teams near Picado and in between Chumasera are in close proximity. Nisel to spray with his UMP. UMP has been buffed in this patch note. In this update, update 6.3, so it has more firing rate and more damage here. Salman takes the flank, should have gone for the cover here. Salman gets to finish him, losing some damage. He stay on the run here. Will he be able to save Salman, the last guy remaining on his team?
Salman ne BC is the last guy remaining.
It's a 1v1 fight. It's a very cheeky angle from TPD. GG Team 7 with 10 kills, guys. That gives them 17 points into this match. And that's it for the day, guys. This was the last match of the day. And hopefully we will see you joining us tomorrow as well. And thank you everyone for joining us, and whoever has not subscribed yet, subscribe to our channel and like the video please. And bye bye, we'll see you tomorrow again.